Good morning, everybody. Glad you joined us. Welcome to Living Heroic, Issue 8. Now, so far, I've talked to you about various superheroes and what you can learn from them. And I've talked to you about why you could listen to me, I guess you could put it that way, what I've overcame, and how I can help you use that information to trust what I'm telling you to guide you through some different things that you may be going through. Now I want to talk to you about a real life hero. This was a hero that experienced some very traumatic things in their lives and then truly found a way to live heroic through the trauma that they went through. This was a young lady by the name of Lisa McVey, who grew up in Florida, was victimized and abused by a family member, to the point where she was contemplating suicide. One night, on her way home from the job that she held, she was abducted. Now, this wasn't just an ordinary abduction, and they're all horrendously tragic. She was abducted by what at that time was one of Florida's most prolific serial killers, a man by the name of Bobby Joe Long. He kidnapped and raped numerous women, killing all of them. And now he had Lisa McVey. So now take a look at this snapshot for just a second. Here you have a young lady who's already being victimized at home by a family member, and now she's abducted by a serial killer. How much does stuff suck for that? I mean, how much rain can you pour on somebody? Now, Lisa McVey managed to gain the confidence of Bobby Joe Long during her 26-hour ordeal, where she was raped repeatedly, threatened with her life over and over again. She managed to win him over enough that of all of his victims, she was the one that he set free. She went to the police and had done a lot of noticing of details in the area. He had tried to keep her blindfolded and stuff, but she noticed enough information to help lead police to his capture and conviction. Last I heard, Bobby Joe Long was on death row in Florida. Now, Lisa McVey, she had every right to spend the rest of her life being the victim. Oh, look what's happened to me. Look how bad my life was growing up. Look how tough things were. Oh, poor me, poor me. I wish someone would make my life better. Oh, it's all so sad. Everything's so sad. She didn't do that. She took those tragedies that happened in her life. She took those God-awful, horrendous things that were done to her and used them as motivation to improve her life. Lisa McVey became a police officer with the Hillsborough County Police Department, where she specializes in helping victims of sexual abuse and helping the victims of rape. She is a speaker. She is an avid believer in women helping themselves and standing up for themselves. She truly is now living a heroic life, taking what was once a massive amount of bad will, bad karma, whatever it was, a massive amount of evil that happened to her, and decided not to let it define her life, but to overcome it. And just think how much better she is at that job, having went through what she went through. I mean, not to say that the people doing this job, you know, of helping women who have been battered, abused, sexually abused, raped, etc., not to say anything that these women are not as good at their job because they didn't go through these things, but Lisa McVey has a very special understanding of what these women go through, and she is uniquely qualified to help them. She literally helps women put their lives back together who have gone through some of the worst things that life can offer women. I commend her. She truly is living heroically. It isn't just the superheroes. It isn't just the fictional creations that inspire me. I am inspired every day by people I see, people who are dealing with physical infirmities, but don't sit there and bellyache and whine about it. People who are out there living their lives day to day to put food on the table for their family, to take care of their loved ones, to do the things that they know they need to do despite facing obstacles, despite facing their own inner hulks, despite facing evil in many ways. These people are living heroic lives. These people understand the essence of living heroically. And I am pleased to have learned about the life of Lisa McVey. To learn about how a young woman once at the brink of suicide found a reason not only to live, but to help others. Found something in her worth fighting for. That's pretty amazing. And that is living heroic. So whatever it is that you're facing today, whatever condition it is that you're undergoing or living through, remember Lisa's example. You know, the old saying, it's always darkest before the dawn. Well, her darkest couldn't have gotten much darker. Being abused by a family member who, by the way, was later arrested. Being captured, abducted, brutally raped repeatedly, and threatened with her life by a serial killer who up to that point had never let a victim go. He said in an interview that he knows that the only reason he's behind bars now facing the death penalty or facing the death sentence is because he let her live. So no matter what it is that you're going through, it isn't as dark as that. You have the opportunity every single day to recreate and reinvent and make your life something better. Don't waste that opportunity. Remember, the Green Lantern willpower or stubbornness, the Batman planning, figuring out what it is you want to do and taking those small steps, the Hulk's tenacity, sticking with it no matter how many times you fail. These things lead to a much better outcome. These things lead to a happier you, a more fulfilling you. These things lead to you living a more heroic life. I thank you as always for listening. I wish you the best of the weekend. I will be back Monday, where we're going to talk about some of the other superheroes and what you can learn from them. Leave your comments and questions as always. And by the way, who's your favorite superhero? I can tell a lot. What one superhero would you be if you could be one? I look forward to hearing your responses. Thanks again for your time. Have a great day and a great weekend. And like Lisa McVey, live heroic.